to this week's episode of MIN.
We'll be your hosts,
Naji
and Mirko.
This week has been an exceptionally delightful week here on campus.
With lots of tricks and treats.
To be specific, Fall Fest, organized by our wonderful spirit team, has been incredibly scary.
And I heard the costumes were exceptionally amazing this year. So why don't we go take a look?
This Thursday, the October 31st, the Spirit team hosted an exciting event called Fall Fest. Each floor put in an incredible effort setting up a variety of activities for everyone to enjoy and get into the Halloween spirit. We had Sauda's Trick or Treat, Ohana's Rave Yard, Misa's Costume DIY, Serity's Spooky Mail, Kizuna's Photo Booth, Samar's Haunted House plus Trick or Treat, Abadi's Murder Mystery called Missing Abadian, and Mahalatuna's Hallway of Horrors. Throughout the evening, we saw an impressive variety of costumes, from vampires to movies and series characters, grandmas and grandpas, bus drivers, and many creative surprises. Everyone had the opportunity to show off their costumes during the costume contest, where Caitlin and Benji stole the spotlight as Ratatouille, taking home the grand prize. A huge thank you to the Spirit team for organizing such a memorable and iconic night. This is Julian, Tyne, and Camila reporting for MIN.
Those outfits are indeed marvelous.
Yeah, and even though this week's been so much fun, I also know it's a week full of so much remembrance and tradition.
Indeed. I believe to many people this week was full of culturally significant moments and ceremonies. But I wouldn't know very much about that.
Well, lucky for you, the people here at MIN have done some interviews, so why don't we find out together?
While people were celebrating Halloween, Killian, one of our Year 12 students, gave us a powerful statement.
Yeah, Halloween has become very capitalist.
Why does he say that? Well, it turns out that Halloween originated from a festival from Killian's roots in the Celtic culture, called Samhain.
It's very different to what it currently is.
Samhain, celebrated on the night of the 31st of October, is a festival marking the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter.
Samhain is not celebrated in Ireland anymore due to the Americanization of the world.
It was believed that on Samhain, spirits would emerge from the otherworld, and people needed to ward off the spirits to protect their crops by tricks such as carving turnips. However, though Samhain was related to the dead, it focused more on the living.
It's a celebration of survival more than anything.
Coincidentally, as Samhain marks the separation between light and darkness, a somewhat similar festival is also happening on another continent.
Diwali is a festival of lights in India.
Diwali, celebrated on the darkest day of the lunar month, marks a new year in the Hindu calendar. People light up every corner of their homes, gather as a community, burn firecrackers, and pray together for harvest and prosperity in the future.
And I really love the part of burning firecrackers and especially the prayers. Yeah, I got that. And I kind of missed that here so kind of a little bit felt sad, but it was Halloween, people were still celebrating, so I was happy.
Other than the similarities, Diwali differs from the Samhain as it's not related to the dead at all.
In the last 2 years, I haven't celebrated anything related to death. Also, in Indian culture, we don't discuss death a lot. So.
On the contrary, just 2 days after Diwali, the Mexican culture celebrated the Day of the Dead, a festival combining indigenous culture and Catholicism.
So it's a celebration where we commemorate and we celebrate the memory of people who've passed. So we celebrate their lives and our relationship to them.
On this important day, families will make altars, a colorful set of pictures along with flowers, food, and meaningful objects for their deceased loved ones.
It's not like you're talking about death, but it's not a conversation of death, like in a negative way. It's not, oh, I'm sorry that this has happened. It's like, yes, this is a part of life. So, like, let's celebrate whatever you were able to do in life. Like, that deserves celebration and that deserves joy.
Probably some of us learned about the Day of the Dead through the movie Coco, a successful Disney film, but whether or not we should commercialize the festival is still a question.
Yeah, almost everywhere. I think like when you commercialize a festival too much, it also loses its meaning, right?
Event. I also think that it's an event that's very prone to prejudices or to biases.
Halloween's origins are and Christmas and Easter, St. Patrick's Day, Thanksgiving, all of it is very different to what it currently is, and that's because of Americanization, capitalism, consumerism.
Like maybe Diwali is not about celebrating new beginnings anymore. It's about burning firecrackers and creating pollution.
But I think what we should encourage is like authentic versions of it, like going into the market as well.
Commercializing festivals can raise awareness, but it can also tilt the meaning of festivals. We should find a balance between consumerism and investigating the true meaning of those festivals. This is Life in Sheila, reporting for MIN.
So cool. I didn't know so many cultures celebrated the dead in so many unique ways.
Well, back onto graveyard matters. I've heard there's a not-so-scary monster on campus that's going through a bit of an identity crisis.
Well, we at MIN have caught some rare footage and even managed an interview.
So, let's go see what's up the film.
Hello, my name is Bingy. I'm a Halloween monster and nobody takes me seriously.
Every day I wake up at 7:30 in the morning and get ready to scare people. I do my skincare routine with toilet paper that I stole from poor orphans and residential students. I take my equipment and go on with it my everyday journey.
Study session today?
What are you talking about? You didn't study.
What are you talking? Who this? Who's this? It's not even real, girl. Look at you. Like that?
I just wanna be scary. Sometimes I cry in my bed or in the shower. Maybe life is not about scaring a lot of people, but instead about the friends we make along the way.
Maybe my purpose is doing something different.
I think I nearly teared up at the end.
Yeah, I'm so glad that he finally found his true purpose.
I wish I had a purpose.
Well, I've been Mirko.
And Nadia.
And we've loved being your host on this week's episode of MIN.
Make sure to tune in for the next one.